The Panasonic S9 is a fantastic compact camera that has a ton of different video resolutions on it, but when it released, you could only record for a limited amount of time due to overheating concerns, which since it's come out, Panasonic has updated the firmware. Now it offers unlimited recording, but it can still have some issues with overheating. So in this video, I'm going to show my solution to allow you to record pretty much indefinitely with the camera, or at least until your memory card fills up. Now first, I do want to say thank you to B&H Photo for loaning me the S9. I've been testing it out, seeing what I think of it, and I've got some more videos where I'm going to compare it to the S5 IIX and some other cameras to help you decide if the S9 might be a really good option for your video purposes. Also, if you're interested in buying any of the gear to make this possible, I do have links to buy all this at B&H in the description below. So the first thing you have to do whenever you get the S9 is you need to make sure that you update it to the latest firmware, and I have a video on how to update the firmware on this camera as well. Once you update the firmware, you need to go to the menu, go to the wrench menu, and then go to monitor display, and then go down to video record limit and make sure you turn that off. And now that you've shut this off, the camera will actually allow you to record pretty much forever, or at least until it detects that the heat is too high on the camera to sustain the recording on it. Now I did some tests and I was able to get recording up to about 49 minutes with my 128 gigabyte SD card in 6K before the camera started overheating. So the solution to fixing this, and what I found, is that the battery being in the bottom of the camera actually creates quite a bit of heat. So you actually want to start by taking your battery out of the camera, and then you want to power it with a dummy battery and some sort of external power supply. So here I've got this Neewer Mini V-mount battery, and I've got the Condor Blue dummy battery. Now what's cool about this is you actually just open up your battery door, insert the dummy battery in, and then the door actually has this little rubber stopper that you flip out of the way, and that allows the cord to come out of the bottom of it. Once you have this set up, you can either attach the battery to a tripod using a little V-mount clamp, or you can also use one of these mini V-plates by Small Rig, or Neewer also has a great one as well. I like this because it makes a really compact rig, and I've also got the Sure S9 grip on the bottom of it that puts a Arca plate on. So now we're able to make this really compact little rig that's going to allow us to record pretty much forever. I tested the setup out with a couple different codecs and resolutions, all using a 128 gigabyte SD card. And I was always able to fill up the card when I was shooting in 6K, and then in 4K it also had no problems with filling up the card before the camera stopped recording. So basically, if you use this external battery, you should get much better performance because now the heat is no longer going to be inside of the camera. More of the heat is going to be outside of the camera as well. A couple other things to get the best possible performance: make sure you have the screen flipped out to the side, and with a rig like this you can also push the battery even farther away from the camera. That way any possible heat buildup is just farther away from the camera itself. So with this setup, I was able to film pretty much indefinitely, or until the camera's SD card filled up. But whenever you use the battery on the inside of the camera, you are going to typically find that in 6K recording it'll top off at about 49 minutes or so, and the 4K recording will typically last about an hour and 20 minutes. But with this setup, I was able to record for an hour and 40 minutes or longer until my SD card filled up. So all you need to do is get a dummy battery, get a V-mount battery, and then you're going to be able to record for a very long time. If you're interested in this rig or any of the other parts in this video, I do have links to buy all this at B&H in the description below. If you have any other questions about this setup, or if you've had different experiences, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear them.